It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants on Thursday night.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Austin Eckler now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Commander's first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On play action, Daniels taking off, and he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They face second down and 7. They'll motion over Samuel. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, Daniels. Got a man. It's that rookie third-round pick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll come up now for second down and 4. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4, and now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And he'll take it on in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the first down, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. A big hole. And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
This one caught at the 4. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll try to run this one in. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll go with him again. And this time he's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Commanders' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's a designed run. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Play action. Here's Daniels. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Gray going to return it. Ho-ho! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the outside, complete to Johnson. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Commanders with the early lead. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, The key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to throw again. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Slayton. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for 1st and goal. Here's a run. He slams it in there, and he is in. Tyrone Tracy, touchdown, New York. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now, Cano for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On second down, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 37 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. To the pylon, he's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. The Giants sending out their punter. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. Daniels now going to look to throw. Downfield is caught by Brown. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this 1st half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. They're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Gray gonna return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Not much there, a yard or two down to the 48. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Throw left side, that's Johnson. Second down and 3. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will cut the lead down to 4.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Michael McFadden.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the outside, complete to Johnson.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Robinson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And he will score again. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Another run here for Robinson. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Looking to Samuel on the out route. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll run with Robinson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Washington.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He runs with it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Daniel's going to keep this himself. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Eckler. Powering forward. He's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Gray going to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 6 coming up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to have the Giants first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. They get 18 yards on fourth down and a fresh set of downs. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man, that's Slayton.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Now, on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. He'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. To the air again is Daniels. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's 1st down. Now Daniels. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to force overtime. This one is pushed out to the right. It is no good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.